But Ed and I have been good friends for a long time, and we've been business partners for at least 10 years, I think, at Dexter Realty.
Oh, longer than that.
Yeah. And we developed our website from the get-go to provide information and access to people to find out about lofts that were for sale or to sell their lofts.
What we want to do was give them as much information as possible so that they could see what the place was all about before they went out on tour with us.
It's probably close to 100% of the people that are looking for real estate these days, they start their search on the internet.
I wanted my loft sold, and I wanted to do that where I was going to maximize my return, and Lofts Vancouver did that for me. Ed came over and took some shots of the loft. These shots get uploaded to their website, and I took a look at that, and I was very pleased. It wasn't on long. I think it was on a day or two before the offers, the offers started coming in. And a friend of mine was trying to sell his place across the street. Nothing, no action on his place yet. Tons on mine. But let me tell you, it was a soft market, so they had to price it right. They had to, we had to have the right vehicle to move that product, and the right vehicle in my mind clearly was Lofts Vancouver.
Chris is our associate that specializes working with our buyers.
A couple of buyers that Chris is working with, and at the end of the day, he became quite close to them, and actually he went to their wedding. And I'm always thinking when he went there and they said a friend of the bride, friend of the groom, and he just said, realtor.
I've been in every single loft building in Vancouver. I know all the different styles out there, what they have to offer, what will meet certain needs for those people. So once I've got them feeling comfortable, we start going out, we start looking at places, we'll slowly start narrowing it down until we find what they like within their price range. Buying a loft or a property in general is not like buying a t-shirt. You can't bring it back to the store the next day and say, listen, I don't like it, can I return it? It's probably the biggest purchase someone's going to make in their life. A lot of emotion goes into it, and a lot of emotion's invested into it. What I like is helping them through this process. And then from there, I tend to find that relays over onto a friendship in the end. A lot of them actually come down to the local clubs that I DJ at to come see me play. And there's nothing like, being up behind the tables and looking down and seeing my clients ripping up and dancing and having a blast, and then pointing up to me and saying, that's my realtor. I always get a good hoot from that.
Working with Chris was great. I mean, it was sort of what became a sort of, I guess, realtor-client relationship soon sort of morphed into sort of, friends wandering around on a Saturday or Sunday trying to find a loft and looking at units. Chris definitely had his work cut out for him to find that perfect unit. We were pretty fussy, and eventually we did find it there. Being a first-time home buyer, you feel there's a lot of risk potentially, or you're not sure about the process. So being able to have someone sort of be your trusted confidant through that process.
Lofts Vancouver gave us a list of things we may have forgotten to do, like get insurance or contact strata. So it was really nice to kind of have a list of things to check off. And everyone that comes over to see our loft loves it. So we know we've got a spot that's highly marketable as well when the time comes to sell. And we'll just go into another loft.
Reid and Ed are consistently ahead of the curve when it comes to online marketing with the different tools that are available to realtors. Using a blog, using the site, video, virtual tours, all that kind of stuff. It's a huge site, it's deep, lots of pages, lots of information, lots of content. From a traffic point of view, they're constantly at the top of the list. The buyer that is savvy or understands what's going on, they'll come to the site, check out the floor plans, look at the price, look at the square footage, look at the photos, look at the video, sort of figure out everything, and by the time they call Reid and Ed, they already know, I want to look at this listing, this listing, this listing. It's a quicker transition. So having a site that, does what their site does allows them to attract those types of buyers. I've looked around at other sites. If you compare the loftsvancouver.com site to what else is available, it definitely does the job.
Lofts Vancouver, what we do is we're the facilitators. We put the product and the people together.
Yeah, if you were to think of the Vancouver real estate market as the real estate department store, we're the loft department.